What was it like to get a practice? Do you remember the last time you had that?
That's the first one in about 3 weeks for us right there. So it's good to get on the ice and just address a couple things we've been talking about.
What do you address, maybe especially with special teams? How do you try to rebound after last game and how it performed?
We address special teams, probably get more attention than anything, and you do a lot of video with that stuff. But it's good to get on the ice and just practice, especially coming out of a day where the power play had a chance to get us even or get us a win, and our penalty kill came up a little short. So you address those things and you move on.
What was missing? Like, what do you think you can change?
On the power play, there was some execution missing. There's a couple things that, on our 5-on-3, there were some things that we had talked about earlier and didn't execute very well. And penalty kill was just a couple of errors we made in structure that they capitalized on.
Dave, Brendan Perlini appears to be back in the lineup tonight. What are you expecting from him after he took the last game off?
Well, he got a chance to watch, and he plays the game fast. You can see when he gets an opportunity to shoot, that's what he can do. He's a scorer, and he can play at NHL speed. But like all young players, there's certain things you have to learn. He watched last game. You recognize some things that there's some places where he has more time. There's some places where you can learn about situations, how to handle situations. So he'll jump back in tonight, expecting to give us a good game.
How did he react to not playing the other night when you told him? Was he upset, or did he understand it might be a reset time?
Not a reset time. He just took a night off. We got a lot of other players. It's not how they react. It's how they respond. And sometimes player can play well. It's just you're looking for a little different something in the lineup. We were looking for a little more grit the other night. That's the way it goes. So you don't think too much about it. You get your chance, you play.
For D'Angelo, what does he need to do to maybe get back in, or is it a matter of also matchup there?
Well, we're just trying to stabilize our D a little bit right now. We've had the two rookies played for quite a bit here, and it was starting to tax on our whole group. So we got one Chikrin still in there, a young guy, but we're trying to solidify that other side with the three veteran guys with Murphy and Stone and Shen. So we're just trying to stabilize our group a little bit.
Dave, you got Shane Doan's coming up on 2 milestones, the 1,500 games and the 400 goals. Which one is more impactful?
I think the 1,500 games. I mean, to play in this league as long as he has, and especially with one organization, that speaks volumes. They're both significant. 400 goals is a lot of goals, but the longevity factor and the leadership factor, just the commitment to be a good player for this long to me is a huge accomplishment.
Dave, you had 2 wins so far against the Oilers this season, but safe to say you'd want the latter blueprint than the one here. That was a pretty tailored game plan to execute how you played in Edmonton rather than the kind of high-flying game here.
Well, you have to realize they're a good team. You look at the depth of the offensive depth that they have up front is pretty strong, and arguably one of the top players in the world, McDavid. So you have to gear your game to make sure you give yourself a chance to win, and that's what we're going to try to do tonight.